The caravanners had traveled from Goodneighbor to Diamond City, trading and swapping supplies along the way. The road was long and treacherous, the ruins of the old world a constant reminder of the calamity that had befallen them. But the caravanners were a hardy bunch, and they had seen far worse in their journeys. Their destination was Bunker Hill, a fortified settlement in the heart of the Commonwealth. The caravanners had heard tales of its safety and prosperity, and they were eager to reach its gates. But the road was not without danger. The caravanners had already encountered raiders, mole rats, and ghouls. The raiders were a particularly dangerous foe, their violent tempers and disregard for human life, making them a dangerous adversary. The mole rats were a nuisance, but luckily they were relatively easy to dispatch. The ghouls, however, were another matter entirely. Their numbers seemed to be increasing with every passing day, and no matter how hard the caravanners fought them, it seemed like they were never able to make a dent in their numbers. Even the most experienced caravanners were beginning to worry. Finally, after weeks of travel, the caravanners arrived in Diamond City. The sight of its towering walls filled the caravanners with a sense of relief. They were safe for now, but the danger was far from over. The caravanners took a brief respite in Diamond City, trading their wares and gathering supplies for the journey ahead. But soon enough, they were back on the road, heading towards Bunker Hill. As they drew closer to Bunker Hill, the caravanners began to see more and more signs of danger. The ruins of the old world seemed to be teeming with raiders and ghouls. The air was thick with the smell of death and decay. The caravanners did their best to stay vigilant, but they were still taken by surprise when, out of nowhere, a pack of mirrorlurks appeared. The creatures were massive, and their claws and shells glinted in the moonlight. The caravanners had no choice but to fight. The battle was long and fierce, but in the end, the caravanners emerged victorious. They were battered and bruised, but they had made it through. Finally, the caravanners reached the gates of Bunker Hill. After weeks of travel, they had made it to their destination. The sight of the fortified walls brought a sense of relief and joy to the caravanners. They were safe now, and they had been able to trade and swap supplies along the way, ensuring that they would have enough to last them in their new home. The caravanners had made it, and the future looked bright. They had fought ghouls, mirrorlurks, raiders, and mole rats, and they had emerged victorious. They had seen the worst that the Commonwealth had to offer, and they were still standing. The caravanners had made it to Bunker Hill, and it was time to make a new life for themselves. Yay, the end. Oh right, yeah, I have to do this stuff now. Like, comment and subscribe. And please watch my other videos and comment ideas on stories.